Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. Here we are with the Tuesday night flight. Going to basically take you through a run.
Put me on. Ooh.
There you go.
You already know. It's Tuesday night, and the Sideline Junkies are ready to take flight. We are here. We are ready. I'm the big guy, KG. Let me get some light over here because it look a little dark on camera there. I mean, dark and lovely, great, but that's Gentleman Jack. That's the Midnight Rider. This is the Tuesday night flight. Gents, how y'all feeling?
Good, man. Very good.
Yeah, I'm fine. Feeling much better today.
That's good. That's good. Miss V. Williams already checking in with the amen. J-Dub rolling up in here. What's going on, folks? Hope everybody's had a great day. It's been a rainy day, but good nonetheless. I mean, you know, any day that you're 6 feet above ground is always a good day. You got to make it a good day. So,
oh, man.
I'll put it to you that way. Above ground. That's always a good day. You got to make it. Well, that's me.
Oh, here we go.
That's me.
Go.
All you're doing is setting it up so his alter ego could text the show and comment.
My alter ego. Okay.
KG
Fellas.
is so good.
No, it's KG is the best. KG number one. Don't get mad because KG
got
fans.
KG number one.
Don't get mad because KG got fans.
KG
Don't KG me.
So good. Yeah.
J-Dub agrees with that. 6 feet above ground, man. It's a good day. So we got an NFL recap, man. This is week 2. This week 2 has been brutal, to say the least. Fellas, started off right here at home. The old Browns versus the new Browns. The Ravens versus the Browns. 41-17. Ravens win. Lamar Jackson, 19-29, 225, 4 touchdowns. Derrick Henry only had 11 carries for 23 yards. Zay Flowers had 7 receptions for 75 yards. For the Browns, Flacco, 25 of 45, 199, a touchdown, and an interception. Quinshon Judkins gets his first action of the year, 10 carries, 61 yards, not bad. And Jerry Jeudy, 4 catches, 51 yards. Jack, what did you think about this game?
It went down just like I thought it was going to go down, for real. And I think it's the same thing a lot of folks thought. But the first half didn't go down the way everybody thought it was going to go down, for real. It was 10-7 halftime. So, you know, the Browns, no, this wasn't 10-7 of this game. I'm sorry, was it?
At the half?
Who's got the stats?
Yeah, this was 10-7 10-3 at the half. 10-3.
10-3. I thought it was low scoring, and then they just blew it. Strong second half. They put Indy away. Jackson did what he had to do. I give some dap to a Baltimore wide receiver, Devontae Walker. He had a solid game, even though it was only 2 receptions. Both of them were touchdowns. And Devontae Walker, Kent State, by way of North Carolina.
I was about to say.
So he had a big game. Cleveland, I mean, if they think Joe Flacco's their answer, man, they're tripping. I love some Joe Flacco, man. Joe cool. But you're not going to do nothing with a 40-something, 43, 45-year-old quarterback. I'm sorry, you're not. Myles Garrett was solid again. Another sack and a half for Garrett. The thing is, the Browns had more total yards, more passing yards, more rushing yards, and more first downs than Baltimore. I know they was playing catch-up ball, but them 2 turnovers Cleveland had, it said night, turn the lights out. And that's what Baltimore was supposed to do with Cleveland. So, yeah, that's what I saw, Midnight Rider. What you got?
I'm just glad they got a lead early and then they held on to the lead and didn't lose the lead. They were the actual team that scored 21 points in the fourth quarter, not giving up 21 points like they did to Buffalo. I think if you're Cleveland, you like what you got from your rookie running back Judkins, and you maybe hold on to some of that because that might be your lifeline to helping this defense out. Because I think the defense is pretty good. Their problem is the offense doesn't keep them off the field. The offense keeps putting them back on the field and turning them over. So you can only defend so much and for so long. So that's how I see that playing out on that side. Sorry about that. I got a little fan noise. Crowd was yelling as I was talking. But no, it's just yeah, I think Lamar showed who he is. I think, D-Hop scores a touchdown and doesn't have to get hit in the head by somebody. I think it was just a pretty good game overall for the Ravens. I mean, they did what they were supposed to do. I see we got little Dylan Gabriel at the end. I think that just gives you, if you're a Shador Sanders fan or a person that believes in Shador, I think you get a step closer to him getting on the field. So I think that's a bright spot for those fans and for those people.
Couple of comments real quick. The boss BJ said, does Miami have a football team? We'll get to that in a little bit. And then he asked the question, who did the Ravens lose to last week?
That is the Bills in my commentary, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was in there if you were paying attention. But I think this is a good game for the Ravens. It's not going to be the end all, the be all. They showed that they can put up points, but you stop Cleveland. And I agree with Jack. Flacco's not your answer. He's not your end all, the be all. But he's got to take these first 6 games because, as you can see, he's got to take the lumps. He's got to be the guy to take the lumps right now because those rookies can't do it. So, and you got 2 rookies sitting behind him. Boss says, Emma, how did you transform from midday to midnight? Phone booth.
Bathroom stall, BJ. Bathroom stall.
It's a phone booth, man.
Shit. You think it's a phone booth?
Next up, this right here surprised the hell out of me. I didn't think that the Lions was going to put a 50 burger on the Bears, but in this rivalry game, now this is revenge rivalry week, whatever you want to call it, because that's what it was. Browns and Ravens is a rivalry. Lions and Bears is a rivalry that goes all the way back to, I believe, Thanksgiving 1923, if I'm not mistaken. So this goes way back. But the Lions 52, the Bears 21. Jared Goff 23 of 38, 334, 5. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdowns. Jameer Gibbs 12 carries, 94 yards in the touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown 9 catches, 115 and 3 TDs. On the losing side, which was the Bears, Caleb Williams struggled again, not on time with his throws, don't know what's going on. 19 to 30, 207, 2 touchdowns and a pick. DeAndre Swift, 12 carries, 63 yards in the touchdown. Roma Duzier, 7 catches, 128 and 2 touchdowns. Jack, take it away.
Well, Detroit came out hard. And I did. I said Detroit going to hang a 40-piece on these cats. And damn, they went 12 points over that 40-piece. So I knew that Detroit offense was just going to come out full guns a-blazing after what happened to them last week and being shut down. You get Goff with 300-plus yards, 5 TDs. That's a quarterback performance. And the running backs, you put them together, man. It was 23 carries for 151 yards. I'll take that all day long between Gibbs and Montgomery. You got to give a little bit of a shout out to a wide receiver on this Detroit squad, Jameson Williams. 2 touchdowns. 2 catches, 108 yards, and 1 touchdown. So both of his receptions was large yardage. And Jameson Williams, he got a nickname. His nickname is JMO. So, JMO, great game. Chicago, I don't know, man. It's like Caleb Williams, I thought he was looking better at the end of preseason. They was just outmatched by a far better team. Detroit is far, far better than Chicago. But good job by Odunze, getting his receptions, getting his yards, getting his numbers. Chicago just ain't ready to compete with squads like this yet. So, great game, Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I think this was the case where you get a team that is motivated. I mean, I think the biggest motivation was getting back to a point where they could get at Ben Johnson. You can be gone, and you can claim to know everybody in the division, but you're going to know there's 52 points as well. You can have it your way, but you're going to get this 52. So that's just what I saw in the beginning. I thought this was going to be this type of ball. I thought it had a chance to be this ball game. The problem I see for Chicago is the transition. They don't have anything on the other side of this in terms of like the running game. Their running game hasn't been quite effective. I thought Swift would be enough. I would love to see the kid from Texas, Roxanne Johnson, get a couple carries. Maybe he's the answer in the long run. But, I mean, it's still early. I mean, we're 2 weeks in. In the words of Aaron Rodgers, we got to relax a little bit. Caleb, I mean, if you paid attention to our quarterback stuff back when he was in college and senior, I told you I had my concerns about him holding the ball and everything. And right now, it's looking to be the truth of who he is. But, I mean, he can fix it. I think some of it might be just right now it's still early, and he's got to adjust to a new system, which I think the Bears did him a disservice last year because what they should have done was fire him Eberflus last year and start new quarterback, new coach, and start anew. Instead, you wasted his rookie year because by like the middle of the season, you fired his OC, moved the quarterback coach to the OC, and then fired the head coach and made the quarterback coach the head coach and the OC at the same time. That's probably why Caleb didn't get as much tender loving care as everybody talks about or thought he should have had. Go ahead, KJ.
I think this is I'm not going to say that they're Jason Campbelling him because it's too early for that. So don't want to say that. But I will say when you go into an organization and management wants you, but the coaching staff does not, you got to realize Ben Johnson is taking over in Chicago. Caleb is not his guy. What's going to happen when he's not his guy? He's not going to nurture him. He's not going to cultivate him.
I think that's I disagree on that one.
I say that because the track record of it happening so many times in the NFL.
That's not the case here and what's going on right now. So I definitely have to respectfully disagree with you on that one.
And I respectfully accept your disagreement. But again, you said it perfectly. It's too early. We're just talking week 2.
Right.
So I'm just spitballing here to have a little bulletin board material, I guess. But this, I don't like the situation in Chicago. I never liked the situation in Chicago, but I digress. Next up, this was a game that we kind of was the Steelers and the Seahawks. DK Metcalf returning to face his old team. Steelers lose this game 31-17 to the Seahawks. Aaron Rodgers 18-33, 203 yards, 2 INTs. Jalen Warren 14 carries, 48 yards for the Steelers, and he also had 4 catches for 86 yards. Sam Darnold, on the other hand, who I kind of felt was going to have a little resurgence. 22-33, 295, 2 TDs, and 2 interceptions. Kenneth Walker had 13 carries, 105, and a touchdown. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba 8 catches, 103. Jack, take it away.
Well, this game here, man, it was tight. I think Pittsburgh was up 14-7 at the half, and it was like, uh-oh. But Seattle outscored Pittsburgh 24-3 in the second half, and some numbers you didn't mention. Good old Cooper Kupp came through with 7 receptions for 90 yards. I think Darnold likes hitting Kupp. They got a solid all-around offense. If Darnold can cut back on the interceptions, and 2 interceptions, that wasn't good timing, but Mr. Rogers decided to throw 2 interceptions back to Seattle, so that's just same. But I'll tell you, the running back for Pittsburgh, Jaylen Warren, 48 rushing yards, 86 receiving yards, dual threat. I think he's going to be a big help to this Pittsburgh team down the line. Running back Jaylen Warren. Seattle just came out and opened the can of whoop ass in the second half, and Pittsburgh couldn't handle it. So that's what I saw. Some nice adjustments were made at the half by Seattle, and they look good to me. Isn't that right?
I mean, you said the best name in the group is Smith and Jigba. The kid is starting to show early that he's a top receiver. He's gonna be the man carrying the mantle for this team. And I think this is his second 100-yard game. I think there was a nice thing for Seahawks fans to see Kenneth Walker come back and have a little resurgence, give you a 100-yard day. Now, I did mess up the numbers for Mr. Zach Charbonnet, but,
nothing.
Outside of that, I mean, Charbonnet only had like 10 yards on 15 carries, so he had like rushing attempt or yards, so wasn't a good day there. But I think Seattle's is going to prove worthy. I don't know if they become the team in the West because I like the Rams. I really like what the Rams got on defense. So it's going to be interesting how that division plays out. The good thing is it's going to be interesting. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that for right now.
Well, I'll say this. I believe in Seattle. I mean, I believe in you and me. I believe in miracles. But Seattle is pretty. I like Seattle. I do. I just don't know how far they're going to go because it's like what team is going to show up every week.
Right.
This team that played on Sunday, if they can show up every week and limit the turnovers, we talking to NFC West division championship, possibly. The boss BJ going back to talking about the Bears. He said the Bears are just a dysfunctional team.
Well, I don't know if you guys have gotten a chance. The Athletic has an article breaking down some of the Bears' dysfunction. Talking about their front office, and Brian Poles is the GM's name. So it's in the Athletic. I forgot the guy's name that wrote the article. I listened to him. I think it was yesterday on Grant and Danny. But there's a nice piece out there where he kind of chronicles the way the Bears handled the offseason before getting Caleb and everything. So if you're looking for a good read, that's a good read.
Well, can I ask you gentlemen a question? And I want to ask it to everybody listening. Do you think we could call what's going on in Chicago the curse of Lovie Smith?
No.
Because they fired Lovie Smith with a winning record, and they haven't had but one winning season since.
No.
It's kind of like the curse of Bobby Lane.
This is self-aggrandizing right here.
This is how they roll.
I just wanted to throw it out there.
That's another franchise that hasn't had. I think the most touchdowns their quarterback is thrown is like 20. Like, I don't even know if they've got a 30 touchdown quarterback in franchise history, let alone
their best quarterback is what?
Bobby Douglas or somebody like that.
Oh man.
Shoot. You spouting off well, how many touchdowns? You said the most is maybe what, 20, 24, 20? Nothing. It's under 30.
Yeah, I don't think they have a 30-yard touchdown thrower. And the last one for the Commanders is Sonny Jerkson.
I got no comeback.
Let's just hit the comments.
I'm good.
Anthony said, KG, Midnight Rider, Jack, who do you guys think is the most complete team in the top 5 in college football? A lot of people say Miami because they feel OSU, Penn State, Georgia, and LSU have too many flaws.
Let's hold off on that because let's get through the NFL recap.
Come back to that when we get back to football, college ball, because I'd love to chime in on that.
Let's pin that one. We'll pin that when they come back. Throwing it up in this one. The Colts win in controversial fashion 29-28 over the Denver Broncos. Daniel Jones, a.k.a. Danny Dimes, 23 of 34, 316 and a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 25 carries, 165. And Tyler Warren, 4 catches for 79 yards. For the Broncos, Bo Nix, 22 of 30, 206, 3 touchdowns and a pick. J.K. Dobbins had 14 carries, 76 yards and a touchdown. And Troy Franklin, 8 catches, 89 yards and a touchdown. Jack, take it away.
Well, the Indianapolis Colts, man, they're coming out here now for this 25 season pretty hot. 473 yards total yards on offense. That's nice. And my boy Daniel Jones, I'm not calling him that Danny Dimes. My man's name is Daniel Jones. He doing what I knew he could do. And this team in Indy doesn't seem to have a problem scoring points. But you got to give that kicker, Spencer Schrader, a little dap. 5 for 5. He managed to hit field goals from 25, 33, 36, 28, and 45 to go along with 2 extra points. So my man had 17 points yesterday as a kicker. So I don't know, man. That was just a game I thought was going to be a great matchup on Sunday, and it really was, man. It really was. I think Daniel Jones kind of overtook the numbers if you want to look at it from a statistical standpoint, but I don't think Bo Nix did a bad job quarterbacking the Denver Broncos either. So nice to see these 2 guys square up this early in the season. So we'll see how it comes for both quarterbacks as the season progresses. Midnight Rider.
Oh, I see Tony Franklin, 8 receptions, 89 yards and a touchdown. That's the Oregon kid. Bo Nix with 206 and 3 TDs. Okay.
And a pickle.
Okay. I think the key, and I say it this way, I think the Colts key is Jonathan Taylor. And as long as he can stay healthy, I think he's the I'll throw this out there as a shameless plug for a guy I know. He's the big guy KG of the Colts offense. He's the straw that stirs the drink.
Straw, huh?
So, but I think as long as he stays healthy and he runs like this, I think that's their key. I think they can win. They may be able to win 10 and hide Danny some by doing it this way. I think the run game has to be their road to success. It has to be when they go to ease on down. This has to be their gold brick road or the yellow brick road.
Well, in the immortal words of Oscar Robertson, when he told Jerry West, after Jerry West said that he was the best point guard in the game during their era, you know what, Midnight Rider, you right. It's been a long time since you had a team that their fortunes hinge on such a running back. And Jonathan Taylor is a pretty damn good running back. Let's call a spade a spade. He's a pretty damn good running back when he's healthy. And the key is what you said. If he stays healthy, I don't know about wins, but I know this team's going to be pretty exciting because remember when Jonathan Taylor, what was that? That was Jonathan Taylor, Andrew Luck, and they just kept pulling out wins because they had an awesome run game. And the next season, Taylor spent most of the season hurt. And Luck was getting battered and bruised that he had to retire. But if he can get back to that type of form, like he looked like a prime Arian Foster.
Whoa. You will not.
Did I go too far? Did I go too far?
You hope to smirch the name of Arian Foster in my presence.
I like Arian Foster.
I know
Arian
you
Foster's a dog.
Yeah, but that's a different. He's smooth. He's a smooth.
You don't think Justin Taylor smooth?
Nah, Justin Taylor is speed. He's all gas, no brakes. Like he's more in like a Fred Taylor category where he like you give him space and he can make it bounce. He don't have the he that Fred got, but he's closer to Fred than he is to.
Time out. Hold on. You won't be smirching the name of Fred Taylor in my presence.
What?
Fred Taylor had that gear. He had that unreachable gear. He had that Fast and Furious gear.
And Jonathan Taylor has the same gear. Pen. We can put it there, and we can talk about this later.
Okay. We damn sure gonna talk about this.
Well, look, fellas. In Indianapolis, offensive coordinator Jim Bob Cooter, he needs to figure out how to use the athletes he has because you can't have Tyler Warren being your leading receiver every week. You gotta get Pittman, Pierce, and when Downs comes back, you gotta get them three involved in the offense. You can't continue to keep dinking and dunking to Tyler Warren and Jonathan Taylor. I know it's helped them get a couple wins here, but they need to open this offense up a little bit more to be a stronger team and to be able to handle the stronger teams. So, Jim Bob, you got your hands full.
So you want more from Cooter?
I got to disagree with you.
Need more Cooter.
I got to disagree with you.
What did Pierce do yesterday?
But Pierce is their deep guy. Pierce is the kid they got from Cincy.
What did Pittman do?
Okay. 4 catches for 40 yards.
Tyler Warren
was 1 for 8.
Tyler Warren should be the key to this offense. But it shouldn't be the key here. He should have been the key in Chicago, even though I knew they were going to take Colson Loveland. But Tyler Warren, I think you had him going to Jacksonville at 5, if memory serves me correct, in one of your mocks.
I had him up there. Yes, I did.
So he should be their version of Brock Bowers, and everything else comes off of that.
I'm not knocking
because you don't have.
I'm not knocking it.
No, I know you're not knocking him. I'm going with you. I'm just saying I think he should be the focal point because I think Downs, Pierce, and Pittman are Jermaine, Tito, and Marlon. You know what I'm saying? Ty Warren's the Michael Jackson of this group.
Tito, give me a tissue.
That's all I'm saying.
But I gotta say this. I gotta disagree with you, Jack, because I think if you do what you're doing with Tyler Warren, you basically run a version of the West Coast offense. What's the West Coast offense? The long handoff is what it's called, but it focused more on the tight end, and you're getting that tight end open in space. Look at the great tight ends in the West Coast offense, from Russ Francis to Brent Jones. Just talking about San Francisco. But tight ends can be prevalent in the West Coast offense. Remember, one point in time, a great tight end that was in Indianapolis at one time, Dallas Clark. That dude was good for first down catches, and you could go to him, but people game plan to stop him. It's going to come a point in time when you're going to have the game plan to stop Tyler Warren because he's a vertical threat.
But he also keeps the field simple for Danny Dimes. And this is probably, I'm not saying much, but this is probably the best receiving group that Danny Dimes has ever had.
I agree with that.
Me too.
Anthony says, my Dolphins are screwed, man. We're going 0-9 by the beginning of week 10. I don't think we can even beat Carolina. That's how much lack of faith I have in McDaniel or the team. McDaniel will be gone by then. You'll be on the interim head coach by week 9. or week 10?
You'd be on the interim head coach by week 6.
Xavier said week 4.
Hey,
I'm with Xavier.
Maybe we do a pool where everybody throws in $1 and you pick the week that might be then you get fired.
Hey,
you can't, but it's got to be like The Price is Right.
Yeah, you got to be right. You can't be close. You got to be right on. Anthony said, when you guys look at Jonathan Taylor, do you see a lot of Edgerrin James in his running style?
No,
Edgerrin James is like a downhill bowling ball runner.
He got too much burst to be Edgerrin. That's why I use Fred Taylor. He's more of a track guy than he is anything else. I think he ran a 10-3 at Wisconsin at one point.
And a 100-yard dash?
Yeah. Taylor can fly. That's why I said Fred Taylor, man. I don't do this. I don't make comparisons sparingly, bruh.
I got you.
Bruh.
Next up, this for the boss BJ. His Bills 30. The Jets 10. AFL matchup there, division AFC East matchup as well. The Bills moved to 2-0, Jets 0-2. Josh Allen 14-25, 148. James Cook 21 for 132, 2 touchdowns. And Joshua Palmer, 2 catches for 47 yards, led the Bills. For the Jets, Justin Fields hurt. So your boy came in. I think I'm gonna try to get a job as the backup quarterback in New York so I can get me some money. But Tyrod Taylor, 7 for 11, 56 yards and a touchdown. Justin Fields led them in rushing with 5 carries and 49 yards. Garrett Wilson, 4 for 50. Jack, take it away.
Jack?
Yeah, I forgot about this game, but I thought the Bills was going to. What am I doing? I'm good. I thought the Bills was going to annihilate them. I mean, I know 30-10 is a little bit of a blowout, but I thought the Bills was going to hang 50 on them. The Jets are dysfunctional. If y'all was saying dysfunctional earlier, yeah, Boss B. The Jets have been dysfunctional for a couple of years now, so I ain't got much to say about this game, man. Buffalo did what they was gonna do, and that's it. Midnight Router.
Yeah, this was a if you turn to the Food Network, you saw James Cook cooking and doing his thing. He was the key to this whole ball game. I think Josh Allen just kicked his feet up and let Cook cook, for lack of a better term. But the one person that's probably the happiest man in the world, especially if he watches this show, is the young quarterback out of Missouri, Brady Cook, because I think if Justin Fields doesn't get out of the concussion protocol, Tyrod Taylor, as I've been told his name is pronounced, is the starter, and you know he likes to get hurt. So Brady Cook could be making his NFL debut at any point this week, at any time, thanks to Tyrod Taylor and his injury proneness. I told you this before, KG. There's one person I want to be. If I got to be in the league and I got to be a third string quarterback, I want to be the third string guy behind Tyrod Taylor.
That's why I said what I said. Let me get a job as the backup quarterback right now with the Jets. I know I can get some money. I just give me league minimum. I know I'll be playing by week 4.
You're gonna get your 10 plays.
10 plays plus give me an incentive laden contract. That's all I want. Give me incentive laden. But this was no doubt. Justin Fields looked pretty daggone good in preseason. I'll give it to you. But this the Jets we talking about. I don't know what it is about the Jets. Why they can't. The Jets can't get right. Because they can't get right to save their life. No matter what they do. And it's like they try to plug and play. They can't do that.
Dysfunctional.
Yes. And we talk about teams that haven't had great quarterbacks in years. Honestly, off the top of your head, without naming Favre, without naming Rodgers, who's the best quarterback in the last 40 years for the Jets?
Ken O'Brien.
Brown and Nagel.
Ken O'Brien.
I'm just throwing out names. I'm being funny.
Ken O'Brien.
It's Ken O'Brien, Chad Pennington, and then
I mean,
everybody
Boomer
else.
was there, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Boomer came there to end his he was ending his career there.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm trying to think anybody else I can name. You said
Ken
Chad
O'Brien.
Pennington. Neil O'Donnell was there for a little bit.
I think the
Tester
Jets.
Purdy. That's the
think
only
the
other
Jets
quarterback I can name.
I may be wrong on this, but I think the Jets may not have won a division title since like '68. It's something crazy going on because they got a crazy level of function.
No.
It might be the. Don't quote me on that. But I thought it was something like that because I was doing some research on something because I was doubting because I was trying to poke holes in the whole New England dynasty, and I thought I had something like that. Maybe they won it once or twice, but they haven't won many division titles.
The last division title they won, they've only won 2.
Right.
In the NFL, and that's 98 and 2002.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay. I knew it was the crazy, like they don't have a bunch of division titles.
Nah. Shoot, they don't even have a bunch of division titles, period. All together, they have 4. They got 2 in the AFL and 2 in the NFL. That's it. They only have 14 playoff appearances in their entire existence.
No, that's why I told you. I said, dog, I was doing this, like, this was one of the pieces I was trying to use for, it was some article I was trying to write. And I was like breaking down the dysfunction of the AFC East because Buffalo has that stretch where they didn't have many playoff appearances and Miami didn't. So it was like New England was just rolling through the garbage.
Yeah,
let's not get bogged down on this.
Gotcha. Anthony says, Jack, KG, Midnight Rider, what are you guys' thoughts on the freshman receiver from Miami? Malachi. We're going to get to that in a second because we got college football lined up. Anthony said, Midnight Rider, they won a division title when they made the AFC Championship with Rex Ryan. Was that 2002?
It's one of them. So, but still, it's 2. It's
2.
Not one.
Not one.
But 2. That's it.
J-Dub said Mark Sanchez years with the Jets. Yeah, they got to the championship game, but that's about it. I thought Mark Sanchez is a terrible quarterback. I don't like USC quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I know I've said that before, but I think Mark Sanchez is just a terrible quarterback.
Nah, that's when they were using my man Sean Green and Danian Thomason to power that offense.
Yeah, Mr. Butt Fumble. That's exactly who he is.
Yep.
And J-Dub said last time I remember them winning anything was with Mark Sanchez, and that's the last time they did anything. They never built on that. All right. Last but not least, and Justin Fields went out with a concussion. That's what his injury was. He went out with a concussion.
He was
last but not least. You say what?
He was like 3 for 11 at the time he went out. They were saying that he was very erratic, even before then. So I don't know. Maybe he got concussed earlier. They didn't catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Got back to some of his struggles, but yeah, the struggle was real.
I agree. Last but not least, Chiefs, Eagles. Eagles win 20-17. Dropped the Chiefs to 0-2 for the first time in 5 years. Jalen Hurts 15-22, 101. Saquon Barkley 22 carries, 88 yards in the touchdown. Devontae Smith 4 catches and 53 yards for the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, 16-29, 187, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. He also had 7 carries for 66 yards and a touchdown. And on that touchdown run, I believe you said he made the defense look dumb, is what my wife said. She was like, how in the world? And I said, they broke contain. She said, well, they need to learn how to contain. Yeah, they do. Travis Kelce had 4 catches for 61 yards. Jack, take it away.
Well, Philly, no turnovers. They protected the ball. Saquon, 88 rushing yards, 1 TD. But you got to look on the defensive side of Philly. Andrew Makuba out of Clemson. He had 1 sack and 1 interception. So he was taking care of business on defense there for the Philadelphia Eagles. Kansas City's leading rusher was Patrick Mahomes. They can't have that. They need to get their running game going. I don't know where Pachenko's at. I don't know where he's at. He on the back of a milk carton or something because I ain't seen nothing from him yet. And Kelsey, with the 4 receptions he did have, the 1 reception he did not get on the goal line ended up getting intercepted. And I think that there was part of the closing out of this game for Philadelphia to win 2017. So it was a great game. It ended up the way I thought. Kansas City 0-2. Last time Kansas City started the season 0-2 is the last time Kansas City didn't make the playoffs. My prediction has been Kansas City will not make playoffs this year. Let's see how it goes. What you see, Midnight Rider?
Makuba Matata, baby. It's the trouble-free philosophy. Makuba gets the pick, makes a great play, but I think even better on that play is the rookie left tackle, Simmons, coming down and making that tackle and saving the touchdown. I think this game, when I watched this ball game and I watched Pat Mahomes and this offense, I thought of one of the greatest promos in wrestling history. Because when I watched this wide receiver group, go ahead. What you want to do it? You think you know where I'm going with this?
I think I do, and that's what I'm hoping. But let's see if we're on the same page.
I'll let you go first, because that way you ain't got to change your answer.
I mean, when you say greatest promo, I mean hard times promo. You know,
that's you know your co-host. So you know your co-host. Because watching this Kansas City offense, look like Patrick Mahomes gonna have some hard times, baby. Some hard times. I mean, I just don't know what the weapons are. I mean, I know they got Rashee Rice probably taking driver's ed right now until he can come back from suspension. But it's hard times. Xavier Worthy's too small, so he's not going to be able to make you can send him on goals and you can do some trickeration and trickination, but it's going to be hard times. The running game, Pacheco runs like he's running into a wall every time, and he don't miss contact. So he's probably got, if he's been in the league 3 years, he's got 6 years of leg of grind and hitting on his body. Hard times. I think they still trying to resurrect Kareem Hunt. Hard times. The Chiefs, I don't see a viable option on this offense that makes me scared or makes me worry until they get Rashee Rice back. And hopefully when he comes back, they assign him an Uber driver, so that way they ain't got to worry about no more car accidents out of this kid. And they can, because that's their threat. He's their threat. Everything else, hard times, baby. Go ahead, KG.
Like I can't. I'm not even trying to follow that up with anything. But you said so many things and you made so many great points. Trying to resurrect Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt had 8 carries for 31 yards. In my honest and humble opinion, Kareem Hunt should be your workhorse running back. Not you got Pacheco getting 10 carries for 22 yards. That's 2 yards a carry. I'd rather give those 10 carries out of the 18 carries between him and Hunt. I'd rather give Hunt the bulk of those carries. Stop Patrick Mahomes running so much because, I mean, yeah, he making defenses look dumb, but I don't want him to get hurt. He gets hurt, that's it. That's it.
The fact that you're fighting between Kareem Hunt and Pacheco, arguing over their carries, You know what that is?
What is it?
Hard times, my friend.
Hard times.
I mean, I guess hard times is what the textile workers got to go through when you done work 20 years and they give you a kick in the butt and tell you the computer's taking your job and all they give you is a Rolex and tell you, see you later, daddy. You don't get no pension. But I digress. I saved that for Saturday night for the WrestleManiacs. But I get this is. I don't know how to rectify this. I mean, I know how to rectify it, but everybody's talking about Rashee Rice. You know, people are upset with the shirts that the team had on in pregame warmups of free Rashee or Rashay, however you say his name, and people are upset about that. Like this dude caused a 7-8 car accident and critically injured some people. Nobody died, but he didn't show any remorse. But you talking about free him? No, keep him locked up.
He ain't even in jail.
He ain't even in jail. He's somewhere sitting at home
on house arrest.
Nah, they gave him.
I don't even think he on house
They
arrest.
gave him 5 years. No, they gave him 5 years to complete 30 days in jail. I never had that option before, bruh. Where the fuck's that come from? Is that the Hollywood treatment?
Man,
He got sentenced to 30 days, 5 years probation, and he's got up to the 5 years to complete his 30 days, is what they say. So he chilling. He not on house arrest. He chilling.
and you know what's funny? They got it so with deals like that, you can actually go in on a Tuesday and get out on a Friday. Or you can serve on the weekend.
Play ball.
Go in on Friday and get out Sunday morning.
You know what else happens on a Tuesday?
What happens on a Tuesday?
Club going up.
Sir.
On a Tuesday. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta fill out that commissary on Tuesday. Everybody know that.
Man. Speaking on the Jets, Anthony said the Jets screwed up quarterback. To be honest, that's how incompetent the franchise has been. They screwed up Mark Sanchez. They screwed up Zach Wilson. Would you guys say they screwed up Pennington? No, Pennington was good. Pennington's shoulder went out, and when his shoulder was hurt, he couldn't put that oomph on the ball. Because remember, Pennington used to be a deep ball expert.
Whoa. I will not have you gassing up Pennington like he wasn't no Daryl LaMonica, baby.
Did you pull out Daryl LaMonica?
He come on, man. Nah, he just had Randy Moss. So all he had to do was hit that stuff and Moss was going to
yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, us locally, we watched him at Marshall.
I got you. All right.
We knew he could throw. We knew he could throw the deep ball. So, but if his shoulder would have never went out, his career would have been a lot longer. And he got a son coming up, and his son's a beast. Son's a beast. Right. He's gonna wind up being on one of y'all lists coming up soon.
Okay.
And J Dubs, I heard Pacheco was hurt. Is hurt. I think he is.
In and out, pretty much.
That's a question we might have to tackle on a Thursday or Sunday morning. Like, are these teams? Because we got a rash of injuries coming out, and we did the whole preseason to prevent injuries, but did we just prevent the injuries from happening in August, and instead just gave them time to happen in the early part of September?
I agree, and I think that.
Right. The good thing was none of those injuries happened on the 3rd of September.
Yeah, that day I'll always remember.
But
dang, you don't know that was the day that my daddy died.
You don't need Joe Burrow getting hurt. God dang.
He got turf toe, and he gonna need surgery on turf toe. The bad part about turf toe is no matter you get surgery, rehab, it's gonna linger for the rest of your life.
No doubt. It's right there underneath the ball, that damn toe, man. It's like a ligament where them bones meet. It's ugly.
Well, the good thing for you is you got Baker and somebody else as your backups.
I got Danny. I was about to make some moves though. I got 3 solid quarterbacks. I was about to trade one and get me something else, but now shit. But
I need
no,
running backs, man. Running backs.
I went a way that I haven't done in a while. My wife was tripping because I was talking to myself on draft day. You know, I'm like, all right, I got Burrow. I'm gonna just go ahead and throw my number 2 pick on Chase and get me a quarterback wide receiver duo. I love doing that sometimes. I had Mayfield Evans one year. So anybody trying to trade Mike Evans, holler at your boy, because Baker's my new starter going forward.
J Dub said is the Chiefs dynasty over.
Not over, but a down year.
Even the greatest philosophers have always talked about the doom and gloom of a great dynasty. They often do it way too soon. So I think this is one of those moments where we are falling victims to the moment and waxing poetically over a death that hasn't transpired yet.
All right, Jim.
I heard you. And J Dub was talking about Rashid Rice. He got out the car and walked away, yeah, and had showed no remorse. Anthony says, "Who the hell is Daryl LaMonica? Midnight Rider? Did you have to pull out such a random quarterback?" Hey, the Mad Bomber.
Yeah, Oakland Raiders, baby, back in the day.
24th round selection in 1963. 3-time AFL champion, AFL championship MVP in 67. AFL most valuable player in 67 and 69. Pretty much probably one of the top quarterbacks in the AFL at the time. Played with the Bills from 63 to 66 and the Raiders from 67 to 74. So, absolute beast. The Mad Bomber.
We got to check with our lacrosse guy, Dan LaMonica, see if he kin to this cat.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't want to do it because it felt cheesy in the moment. But now that we've interviewed him, we can come back to it.
Yeah, no, spelled the same.
And J Dub said Burrow's out at least 3 months. At 3 months at least, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's gonna hurt.
The shortest.
Because we were worried about the Bengals defense. Now you got to worry about that offense. So Xavier said the Chiefs haven't gotten any flags like they normally would. Yeah, they did. Patrick Mahomes had a nice little flop and got a roughing the passer penalty on like either 3rd down or 4th down in the game Sunday. And he flopped.
But I'll go with Xavier. I'll go with Xavier on that, though. Look at week 1. They ain't get no calls in week 1. I'll go with Xavier. I think it's because it was weighing on them officials from everybody saying it every game last year, and it seemed like it was kind of correct. So I think the officials are bucking down on that.
All right, let's switch gears real quick and jump over to the MLB because we coming up on playoff time. Pennant races coming down.
What happened to Atlanta, Minnesota?
Oh, shoot. I did forget Atlanta, Minnesota. How did I forget that? I am so sorry. Go back to that. Atlanta, Minnesota. That was one of our games, too, and I forgot that. How did I forget that?
All good in the hood.
That was the Monday night game. I'm sorry, the Sunday night game. Atlanta 22, Minnesota 6. J.J. McCarthy went out with that game with a high ankle sprain. Could be out for 3 weeks.
At minimum.
He was 11-21, 158. 2 interceptions. Jordan Mason had 9 carries for 30 yards. Justin Jefferson 3 catches for 81. And Michael Penix Jr. for the Falcons 13-21, 135. Bijan Robinson 22 carries, 143. He was gashing them. He was killing them early on. Drake London 3 catches, 49 yards. I guess I'll throw it to you, Midnight Rider, since Jack has gone out for a minute. So I throw it to you on this game.
Hold on. Let me see if this works. We got to talk about Bijan Robinson. Nah, I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that. Bijan Robinson. We'll work on that one. That's we'll throw that in the background with the board up papers. But no, Bijan got his, and then I think the guy, what's the guy's name from BYU? I think it's Tyson Algier. He keeps showing he's a solid running back. And he can make plays in the mixture. Tyler. Okay, I'm sorry.
Tyler.
But those guys they make a good 1-2 duo, and they make it work for that team in particular. And it's just one of those things. I felt all year that this is a team that should be on the move up. They may not be temporary layoffs, but it's going to be some good times over there in Atlanta, especially with this pass rush. It's going to be no credit ripoffs. It's going to be nothing but good times, because when you get those edges,
good times.
Those kids, I think it's Pierce and Walker, the two kids they drafted, they're not going to be hanging in the child line. They're going to be getting to the quarterback, and it's going to be more good times for the Atlanta Falcons. And I think the Falcons going to make – I think this is – honestly, I love Bake because of the way he plays, but I think it becomes Atlanta's division to win, because if their pass rush can hold up like it's doing, and you got A.J. Terrell on one side of the field, with that secondary and those linebackers, I think they can make some noise. And then the only thing they gotta be now is just say, "Hey, ain't we lucky we got them?" Good times.
You said it, Midnight Rider. You said it. 100%. That defense in Atlanta, it's making people open their eyes.
Yeah.
Me for one. I thought Minnesota was going to give them a look. Now, I'm a Penix guy, and I like the Atlanta squad, but I thought Minnesota was just going to whomp them. Atlanta held Minnesota to 198 total yards. Atlanta got 6 sacks on the quarterback. And like I said, Robinson and Algier, they just went off. So Minnesota turned the ball over 4 times. They had 8 penalties. McCarthy 2 picks, 0 touchdowns for the game. Those 4 things right there are not recipe to win a football game. So turn the ball over 4 times, 8 penalties, 2 picks, 0 touchdowns. That recipe makes crap. So Atlanta just showed Minnesota, hey, we got defense and we're going to show you. So that was an amazing performance by the Atlanta Falcons.
And real quick, 2 cents. 1, McCarthy's only had 1 good quarter in the last. If he's played 8 quarters, he's only had 1 good one, and that was that 4th quarter against the Bears. Something to hold your hat and think about as they go forward, because the Minnesota backup is Carson Wentz. Now KOC can work miracles. Now I don't know if he can do this one. You know what I'm saying? Because if so, then maybe when KOC walks out, we want to start playing Jesus Walks. If he can get anything good out of Carson Wentz. Second thing, I think it's Adam Jones, the running back that they got from Green Bay. Aaron Jones. He's been
Aaron Jones.
I'm messing up names today, first names, but it's all good because you know who I'm talking about. I know he got placed on IR today, so that's another place where injuries come into effect. And again, like I said, I think that's something we might have to think about as a conversation piece. Go ahead. You gotta get one sentence.
When's Addison come back?
He's got a 3-game suspension.
3? Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. He's not on the waiver wire.
Okay.
Yeah, he's sitting.
I want
I mean, I'm gonna write that down now so we can talk about this on Thursday. We can talk about injuries on Thursday and everything. But Jack, you talked about Atlanta's defense. Let me talk about Atlanta's offense. 218 yards rushing, not a whole lot of yards passing. We about to see ground and pound in the South because it like these teams. The Colts did it with Jonathan Taylor. They ran the ball very successful. Now, The Falcons got a two-headed monster in Algier and Robinson. We gonna see old school black and blue ground and pound. That's how you win games. Because once you get a lead, and what I always say, old school Baltimore philosophy: get the ball first, score, ground and pound. That's it. Run the ball, burn the clock out. That's how Atlanta wins this. J-Dub said McCarthy was trash in that game. He was. Before he went down, he was. And
thing is, you say he went down, but I don't see anyone else that played in that game in the quarterback position unless he handed off every time. What happened? Explain.
He had a high ankle sprain.
Yeah, I think that was one of those.
Who came in for him?
I think that was one of those.
Carson Wentz come in.
Morning. No. I think this was a Monday morning. We wake up, ankle swole type thing. Because I remember the play that he heard it.
Right.
He kind of played through it, and I think that was all adrenaline and everything else. Kind of like this JD5.
Okay.
RI the day after the game type of situation.
Okay.
It's also
because I didn't see him come out.
But there's also a conspiracy theory that thinks that this could be just a way for Minnesota to bench them without benching them. That's the theory I've seen on the internet. As a way to just hold him off for a couple weeks and like get him to reset his feet and find his footing.
All right. J-Dub said, I think Tampa Bay wins the South. Anthony says, do you think it would make sense for Miami to trade for Saunders from Cleveland?
Who's the big man? Who's the big man? You the big man?
I guess that's me.
All right. No, because I don't think Cleveland's at a point where they can trade him or should. And what is Miami like? How does that benefit Miami? If you're Miami right now, and you're gonna ride this tour bus, you're gonna ride that tour bus until the end of the season. You're gonna see what your highways are to get away from him, because you should have a high pick, and you got to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight. And draft one of these young quarterbacks and start it all over again. You got to become a phoenix. You got to burn it down and be born anew.
All right. Let's jump over to the MLB. Playoffs. I did it prematurely. Let me start over. Playoffs starting soon. So that means that we're in award season. So, gentlemen, quickly. You got to pick two MVPs. Who are your MVPs? And right now, they got odds up. Now, I don't know how this works, but Aaron Judge is minus 2,000. And MVP odds, Cal Raleigh is plus 850. Bobby Witt Jr. is plus 15,000. In the NL, Shohei Ohtani is minus 50,000. Kyle Schwarber is plus 1,900, and Juan Soto's plus 3,000. I don't know how that works in betting terms, but I'm guessing Shohei and Aaron Judge are your favorites. Take it away, Jack.
Yeah, no, you hit the nail on the head there, big guy. They definitely are. I mean, as much as you see what Cal Raleigh and Bobby Witt continue to do, you also got notables like that young boy in Minnesota, Buxton. He's having a hell of a season. And Julio Rodriguez in Seattle, man. So, yeah, it's an Aaron Judge show. Yeah, no doubt, in my opinion. Cal Raleigh, he's got 6 more homers than Judge, but Jesus, man, he's probably 75 points less than Judge in batting average. So, Aaron Judge is having another solid, all-around, statistical category leading type season. Is he going to catch Raleigh in home runs? No. Is he going to catch Raleigh in RBIs? No. But at 325 with what should be proposed 50-plus home runs for Judge alone, But you remember when everybody was talking 400 before the All-Star break, 400 to 325. That's a big dip. And everybody, both of you guys know I'm high on Bobby Witt. I don't know what he can do to get over the hump because he's playing all around statistical baseball and one hell of a defensive baseball player as well. So hopefully Bobby Witt will get it one day. But when you got guys like Aaron Judge out here, it's hard. So that's who I got. I got Aaron Judge locking it down the AL. What about you, Midnight Round?
I think Raleigh deserves a great because I think that team first half of the season, the kid Rodriguez was absent, and I think he carried them through the whole thing. So if I gotta say my MVP, I think it's Seattle, and I think the precursor or the thing that's gonna make it happen or work is if Seattle wins the division. And that's my baseball vote. Baseball America might do something else because I don't see anything wrong with what Aaron Judge has done this year, but I think Kyle Raleigh has pushed this team into a place of prominence where they probably wouldn't have been without his presence. And I feel like if we go with the term most valuable, I think he's the most valuable. If we just stick to the essence of the words themselves. And in the NL, I think I said this months ago. It's Ohtani's to lose, and then especially now that Ohtani's pitched a little bit, I would play with the notion that if you like your starters because you got Glasnow and all those guys, I'd think about using Ohtani as a closer and finish out ball games in the playoffs. That way, he's only pitching an inning. You can pinch him a couple nights in a row. And you still have one of the better pitchers in baseball. Now, I don't know if he has the mentality for it because being a closer is a mentality thing, but I'm just saying that's just my hey. I sit out on that ledge sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I got my vodka and cranberry juice, and I got a little. Sometimes it's a little Al Green, sometimes it's a little, stylistics, and I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe sometimes it's Ozzy Brothers, and I'm cruising on a mystery.
Okay.
I know what you mean.
Well, I got a question for you before I give my answer. Favorite stylistic song?
Give me a minute.
Okay. It's gonna shock a lot of people with my answer, but I got Kyle Raleigh winning the AL MVP. No disrespect to Aaron Judge, but that's not the piece of hardware that I want you to bring home. As a Yankee fan, I don't want you to bring the AL MVP home. What I want you to do is bring home the pennant and bring home a World Series championship. Everything else, and bring home a Silver Slugger award because you'll get that too. But as far as individual awards, what did Al Capone say in the Untouchables? Baseball, when a man goes up to bat, he's out there hitting for himself. He can hit all the live long day. But when you play the field, you play it as a team.
Oh.
I want you to bring home the team accolades. That's what I want Aaron Judge to bring. I ain't really worried about the individual. For the NL, Shohei's going to win it, but I would love to see Kyle Schwarber do it. But we know Shohei's going to win it. He's just the guy.
I wanted to make sure this was the song. It's Payback as a Dog.
Ooh.
I wanted to make sure that was them,
well,
not somebody else. But yeah, it's Payback as a Dog.
Well, KG, Shohei is the favorite for the National League, but he's not my favorite, man. I mean, I know he pitches and hits, but Kyle Schwarber's numbers are by far better. I mean, he's almost got 130 RBIs already. So I'm going Schwartz for the MVP in the National League. 53 home runs, 128 RBIs as we stand right now, where Ohtani's at 49 home runs and 93 RBIs. So that boy Crow Armstrong, he's having a solid year for the Cubbies. Fernando Tatis is having a hell of a year for the damn Padres. And Trey Turner over there in Philly doing Trey Turner shit, man. I love that ball player. So I pick Kyle Schwarber to be the MVP in the National League. What do you see, Midnight Rider?
Oh, I said Shohei. I think Shohei is the
Oh,
MVP.
did you?
Yeah.
Got it.
And,
Got
and,
it.
and hopefully, his former aide put some money on that in the preseason when the odds were good, and they got a good money out of that.
Got to get a good money line.
I'm gonna say it.
All right. We got the Cy Young winners. Who is your Cy Young winner? In the AL, Tarek Skubal is negative 4,000 or minus 4,000. Garrett Crockett, am I saying that right? Crochet is plus 1,000. Jacob deGrom is plus 7,500. In the NL, Paul Skeens is minus 50,000. Christopher Sanchez is plus 1,400. And Freddie Peralta is plus 4,000. Midnight Rider.
I was going to ask, can I go first on this? Because I think the person in the National League, it should be Freddie Peralta because he's on a winning ball club. Skeens, they just don't give him run support. They don't give him anything. I think Skeens might be an answer at the end of the season to a trivia question as to where a team, a guy with one of the lowest ERAs has one of the worst records. Like he may win an award for something like, not an award, but he might hold a record for something crazy like that. Because I don't even know if Skeens has a winning record as a starter. So I go Peralta in the National League. In the AL, I mean, y'all already know my guy is Tarek Skubal. I'm Skubal. I've been Skubal since the beginning of the season. I think he's the best pitcher in the AL. But I do love the resurgence of Jacob deGrom. And I wonder what his contract situation is, because if deGrom's either a free agent or something like that, it's going to be interesting to see how the all season goes. And if he's not, it's still going to be interesting because I think he's got his footing back and his confidence back. And when, as Shrek once told Donkey, when confidence is on high, confidence is on high. And that's all I'm saying. Jack, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nuts what Scubal's doing in Detroit. And I think he's a lock for the AL Cy Young. I do. Garrett Cole in Boston's having a hell of a season, as well as Hunter Brown in Houston. But Skubal and the Tigers, top of the division, they still got the best record in baseball, Midnight Rider.
Say that one more time. I missed what you said.
Does Detroit still have the best record in baseball?
I don't know if it's baseball, but
Does
I think they got the best.
Detroit still have best record in baseball?
I have to look that up, sir.
So, yeah.
Continue your comment. I'll get your answer.
Don't worry about it. Tarek Skubal is my pick for AL MVP, fellas.
And who'd you have for the NL?
KG.
We might have lost him.
I'm here. I got
in the NL.
Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah. In National League, Paul Skeens, his record is 10-9, Midnight Rider, but that ERA is a sick 1.92 with 203 strikeouts. But I think this was Zach Wheeler's Cy Young before he got hurt. Zach Wheeler getting hurt a few weeks ago. He was really rolling on down, steamrolling, if you ask me. But look at Sanchez over there in Philly. 13-5, 2.57 with 192 Ks. So who are you going to go with? Somebody that's making a difference on a winning side? Or somebody, that's pitching great but can't get no help? I'm gonna go Sanchez with Philly for the Cy Young National League. I just don't feel somebody with a 10-9 record needs to get a Cy Young. So that's just me.
All right, so best record in the AL is Toronto with 88 wins as of right now. And then the best record in the NL is Milwaukee with 91.
Oh, okay.
It's funny that the Dodgers at 84 wins, but when you look at their division, outside of Colorado, everybody else is around or at 500. So that kind of makes sense. Plus, they had to deal with the injuries at the first part of the season with some of their pitchers. So it makes sense that they're kind of lagging or hanging around.
So true.
What's next?
Well, I'm
guys,
going with Scoop and Skeens.
You going?
I'm going Scooble and Skeens. So easy.
Give me your two picks again, Midnight Rider, please.
Scooble and Peralta.
Oh, I only got Peralta on my shit.
Uh-oh.
Where's Peralta at? Peralta's in
Milwaukee.
That's right, Mill. Okay. Well, you know what, fellas? At this time, only 7 players have a batting average of 300 or higher. 7. Just 7. That sucks.
I think that's an understatement.
No, it's not. It's the reality of launch angle and not playing baseball anymore because baseball has been compromised to make money.
Analytic. It's all analytics.
Yeah.
Turning it down, y'all.
All right. Let's go rapid fire real quick. Talk some WNBA playoffs right quick. It's already underway. We got the best of 3 in round 1. The number 1 Minnesota Lynx face off against the Golden State Valkyries at number 8. Minnesota leads the series 1-0. The Phoenix Mercury are 4th, and they play the 5 seed New York Liberty. The Liberty lead their series 1-0. The Las Vegas Aces, number 2, and the Seattle Storm, number 7. Las Vegas leads the series 1-0. And finally, the Atlanta Dream versus the Indiana Fever. Dream is 3, Fever is 6. Atlanta leads the series 1-0. Gents, they snuck in game 1 on us. What we gonna do for game 2?
No, I'm gonna say it like this. I think in the Atlanta Indiana series, Atlanta just wins that 2-0. You might as well cancel Christmas. Don't pack your bags, or I don't know how the series go, but yeah, don't worry about that one. The Aces are one of the hottest teams. Hold on. Go ahead.
That game is going on right now, 59-44. Indiana is up with 10 minutes. I'm sorry, 61-44 with about 10 minutes to go in the 4th. So that game is on right now.
All right, now if I'm wrong, I'm just wrong. It's all good, baby. Won't be the first, won't be the last.
Hey.
I think what was the first matchup? KG, give me that first matchup again.
Minnesota versus Golden State.
I think I got a sneaky feeling Golden State might still win because they've been one of those teams that I think it's going to be 3 games, but I think they've been put together in such a way and they've been building to this moment that I think they can steal something. Game 2, next one again.
Next is Phoenix Mercury versus New York Liberty.
I think I got Phoenix in that one. Even though I think New York is up, but I got Phoenix in that one.
Yeah, New York's up 1-0.
And then the Aces.
The Aces versus the Storm. And the Aces up 1-0.
Yeah. What you got, Jack? Like you was over there doing your league Corso, not so fast.
Well, are we gonna not so fast? Yes, I am. Not so fast, Midnight Rider. You tripping on them Golden State Valkyries. I tell you tripping. Minnesota hadn't lost to them all year, bro. And they didn't even come close to losing to them all year. That's a sweep. Bye-bye, Valkyries. Congratulations on making to the playoffs in your first year of existence in the dub. But Bubba, it's a sweep. It's a sweep. That Phoenix game, that Phoenix matchup's going to be nice. I expect that one to go 3. Alyssa Thomas and Kalia Copper are going to be a little too much, I think, for New York and their 3 ballers they got. I like that Sabrina Ionescu, but I think Copper and Thomas going to be too much for them. I picked Phoenix to win that one in 3. Vegas Aces, they are one of the top teams in shooting threes in this league, but the Seattle Storm allowed the fewest amount of threes to be shot against them. So can this Aces team continue to stay hot? I mean, they've been so hot, they've been lava coming out of a volcano. That's how hot they've been to end this WNBA season and start off into the playoffs. So I picked the Aces to win this one. 2-game sweep. It's going to be a sweep. Aces sweep the Storm. And then we're going to go on down here to the Dream, who are now losing to the Fever 62-44. 8 minutes left or so. I'll give the Fever this one, but the Dream are going to win this series 3-1. The Dream's just so tough on the rebounds, man. They give up the fewest amount of offensive rebounds to any team per game. So that's something that can really help you win when you're not giving up offensive rebounds and second chance points. This here is all going to be between Minnesota, Atlanta, and Vegas. One of those 3 teams is winning this championship. I'll let you know when we get into round 2 who I think it's going to be.
All right. Anthony asked the question. He says, KG, I'm a big fan of the Storm. What the hell is happening with the franchise? Is it the ownership or coaching putting the captaincy and leadership responsibility in the wrong players? Because it seems after Sue Bird retired, they have struggled to find their next captain and leader in that locker room. Well, I mean, you also got to look at it like this. Sue Bird leaves. She retires. She's probably arguably the greatest player that the Seattle Storm's ever had. Those are big shoes to fill. But to say that they're still a playoff team and it's still relevant, I don't know if you blame ownership, because I think ownership has done everything they can. You got to blame the coaches with that. When it comes to captaincy, you blame the coaches and you blame the players. But when you got a revolving door of players and you have no continuity and you have no veterans on the team, this is what you have. This is what you deal with. So, anybody else want to expound on that?
I like to leave my time to your comments, sir. And if you'd like to expound upon your comments, the gentleman from the bottom box, the Midnight Rider, will allow you to juxtapose some more on behalf of your thoughts.
Well, I don't have much more. I mean, that's all I have. You gotta take that up with coaching, but you also gotta have that continuity. It's all about continuity, and nobody builds locker rooms anymore where you have veterans that take the young women, the young ladies under their wing and say, hey, this is how we do it. This is a culture. Like Miami Heat, the Las Vegas Aces, since we're talking about WNBA, the New York Liberty. These places have culture. And the New York Liberty's culture is 30 years strong. Nearly, not even 30 years, 28 years strong. And that culture is strong and is deep rooted because they play a certain type of basketball in New York. You got to have that culture. Got to have it.
All right, what's next?
Last up. I love how you came in right there. That was beautiful because you knew I was done and you came in with that. But going back to Anthony's question about college football, where you at? He asked the question. He said, KG, Midnight Rider, Jack, who do you guys think is the most complete team in the top 5 in college football? A lot of people say Miami because they feel OSU, Penn State, Georgia, and LSU have too many flaws. I throw it over to you, Jack.
Flaws. They got flaws. What do you say, Minarada?
I said, isn't he a Miami fan?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. And a Notre Dame
I haven't
fan.
heard anybody
And a
say
Notre Dame. I
Go
don't
ahead, Jack.
see
I'm
all
sorry.
those flaws. I don't see all those flaws he says he hears of. Like I say, the reason I'm so high on Penn State, they got the highest return rate of return players. I want to say it's 87%. You return 87% of a playoff team to college football. That's some. I don't see that. What was the word he used?
Most complete.
No, flaws. Flaws. I don't
Flaws.
see that as
Flaws.
being flawed. Yeah, I don't see that as being flawed. Ohio State's the former national champions, current national champions. So LSU, they played 2 top matches already. So I'm not saying they flawed. Georgia, Gunner got his shit together this week. So maybe their flaws are fixed. But yeah, let's see what Miami does against Florida next, and then we'll talk about that. All right, Anthony?
I can see the Jackstown, so let's go.
All right. Well, Wayne, got to wrap that thing up. The correspondent checked in. He said, great show tonight, fellas. Ryder Cup is exactly 10 days away. Tell a friend. So that's let you know we'll be talking Ryder Cup pretty soon. I just want to say before I leave, my final thought. Shout out to us, Paige Buchers winning Rookie of the Year. You deserve it. You deserve a lot more press than what you're getting, but it's okay. Show them who you are. Jack?
All right, big guy. Let's give a shout out to Veronica Burton for getting most improved player with the Valkyries, too.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we can go off the grid a little bit because I've been driving my car the last couple of days, listening to my YouTube, and I gotta give a shout out to Canada's greatest import, Glenn Lewis. Don't You Forget It is one of my favorite songs to rock on the way to work. So I want to take it off the grid a little bit because I've been talking too much sports today. So shout out to Glenn Lewis. Don't You Forget It. Canada's greatest import. Forget that other guy, Drake. Forget him.
Nah, you want to talk Canada's greatest import?
Don't you dare save it. Don't you dare do it.
Do what?
Go ahead. What's his name?
Deborah Cox.
Who?
Deborah Cox.
Okay, I'll give you that one. I thought you were about to say that other dude.
Nah, you talk about Glenn Lewis. I give you Glenn Lewis, but Deborah Cox.
All right.
Deborah damn Cox. Jack, who y'all got on in the passenger seat tomorrow, 8:00?
Tomorrow we're gonna have a fella from down Southern Maryland, down there in St. Mary's County. We're gonna have the head baseball coach of hold on.
Wait a minute.
What they call down there?
Isn't it Great Mills or Glen Mills?
Yeah, there you go. Head baseball coach at Great Mills in St. Mary's County. He's been coaching for almost 30 years, and he also sits in as the defensive coordinator for Great Mills football team. So he's just doing double duty, and I look forward to talking to Coach Mike Lux tomorrow, 8 p.m. in the passenger seat. Peep it, will you? Peep it.
All right.
So
that's our time.
You said
we missing something. We missing something on Tuesday. We do on Tuesday, and I thought I just saw you put the banner out for it. I can do it very fast.
What's that?
It's top 10.
Oh shoot. We didn't get to the JC top 10. Let's run through
it to you very quick. All
Let's
right. The top 4 or 5, top 5 don't change. I got Penn State still at number 1. They beat Villanova 52-6. Next week they are idle. I don't recall all these days off at the beginning of the year like I'm seeing. I think Notre Dame had one the second week. Ohio State still at number 2. They beat Ohio 37-9. Next, they are idle. Number 3, LSU beat Florida 20-10. Good job, LSU. You've had 2 tough matchups out of your 3 first games. So hats off to y'all, LSU. Next, Southeast Louisiana. Number 4, I got the Georgia Bulldogs. They beat then number 15, Tennessee, 44-41. Big game, big results, big win. Next for them, Georgia's idle as well. Number 5, I got the Miami Hurricanes. They beat then number 18, University of South Florida, 49-12. Next up for the Hurricanes, you're going to have to do that chomp and go on ahead and play them Florida Gators, 7:30 ABC. Number 6, the Oregon Ducks. They beat Northwestern 34-14. I thought they should have beat them a bit more. Northwestern didn't show me nothing. Up next for Oregon is Oregon State, 3 p.m. Saturday, Big Ten Network. Number 7 spot, Illinois. Illinois is a new team to the top 10, and I like what they got going on. They beat Western Michigan 38-0. Exactly what they should have done. Next, they got to go to number 19, Indiana, 7:30 on NBC and Peacock. This one here is going to be the matchup of 2 teams that I like the way their program is rising. Indiana started last year with Coach Signetti, and now we got Illinois on the rise. So I hope that's going to be a good matchup, like that Denver Indy matchup was last Sunday that I suggested we check out. Number 8, Texas Longhorns, staying in the 8th spot for me. They beat UTEP 27-10. Arch Manning is still having some hiccups, man. He does not look crisp to me. I understand he's young and he's got all this hype on him, and it's his first year as a starter. So I think the hype might have been, or the bar might have been set too high for this season. I'm not saying he's never going to be a great player, but let's keep an eye on Arch Manning. Next up for Texas, Sam Houston, 8 p.m. SEC Network. And number 9, I got the Texas A&M Aggies moving into the top 10. They beat these fellas, Notre Dame Fighting Irish, 41-40 because of a missed extra point.
Cheated.
And Texas A&M
cheated. They missed the holding call at the end of the game. Cheated. Continue.
Keep the party going. Keep the party going.
Next for Texas A&M, they will be idle. Florida State, I bumped them down a few just because they was idle. I don't like all these bye games so goddamn early. Florida State, next game versus Matty Ice's Kent State at 3 o'clock Saturday, and that game will be on ACC Network. Anything you guys like about that, don't like about that?
No, I'm with you all the way. I'm a little surprised that you got Illinois at 8 or 9.
7.
But I mean, we said we had them. I know I had them listed as one of my up and coming teams. So I'm cool with what you got. I forgot about the top 10, but I like what you got and how you got it set up. So I ain't even mad at you with the way you laid this out. So I'll see you next week, and then let's talk about it real quick. 2 seconds. Do you want to go QB top 5 next week or 2 weeks? Because I still don't have a good feel for anybody.
By this Saturday, I should have a good feel. But after Saturday's games, I think we straight. And what would that be? That'd be week 4, right?
I think it is week 4. So after your top, so we already know in the ledger it's the JC top 5 and then the QB 5. I'm sorry, JC top
QB 5.
QB 5.
Sounds great. Let's get started on it next week. I'm chomping at the bit.
All right, I'm gonna be all over the place then.
Maybe we can do a top 5 with 2 honorable mentions.
I won't have 7. There's probably 5, and 2 of the 5 I'm not gonna like by the end of the year.
I know that's right. I know how you do.
Yeah, we've seen the mighty fall off the list. So thank you everybody for sitting in with us. Just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. But it's time for us to go. So for the gentleman Jack, the Midnight Rider, I'm the big guy KG. See y'all. I'll see y'all on Thursday. These two gentlemen see y'all tomorrow night at 8:00 for In the Passenger Seat. But until then, we are out of here.